There are people amongst us right now who are invisible. They're out there in our schools, in our workplaces, in our universities. And I know for a fact that there are some of the invisible people here today in the audience, in this theatre. You might even be sat next to one. So who are they, these invisible people? Are you curious? Please bear with me just for a moment. My name is Jenni Atkinson, and I'm an out and proud and very visible transgender woman. My pronouns are she and her, and I've been working with transgender and gender diverse communities for about the last 25 years. Being a transgender person, it's not a walk in the park. I've had some good times in life, I've had some pretty rough times. At age 35, I had a stroke. It was scary. I could have died. I lost my whole right side. But something like that can give us a very precious gift. Something like that can give us a very precious gift. When you've stared death in the face, when you've seen your own ephemeral mortality, you get to question, why are you here? I found out why I'm here. My raison d'etre, my reason for living, my purpose in being on this planet, is to help all people live authentic, true lives, to be the best version of themselves they can be. If that's what they want, of course. One of the things I have to say, though, before I go on, I'm not here to talk about anything to do with sex or sexuality here today. I'm not here to talk about people with intersex variations either. That's a whole different story. What I'm here to talk about today is all about gender, a person's gender identity, who they are in their head, in their heart, and if you believe in such things, in their soul. But back to these invisible people. They're part of an ever-evolving gender diverse communities that use terms such as gender fluid, gender queer, gender creative, agender, bigender, trigender, pangender, non-gender, demi-girl, demi-boy, on a spectrum between female and male, or outside that spectrum entirely, or none of these terms. Are they a new wave of people that just popped up overnight? Where did they come from? Have they always been here? They have always been here, but they've always been on the periphery of society, and we lacked the language and the ability to see them. But now, with fantastic information sharing advances, like the internet, perhaps some of you have heard of it, these people are better able to communicate and meet in online spaces. What helped hugely here was the popular microblogging website called Tumblr. With over 500 million website visitors every month, which is about 1/12 of all humanity when you think of it. Many of these people wrote blogs about who they are and their identities. And other people connected with them, and they formed communities, and their populations grew. Let's meet some of these invisible people.
I identify outside of the gender binary as having no gender at all. I feel like most people have a really sort of strong connection with their gender identity, whereas I have no connection with any of them, and in fact, to be gendered feels quite alien to me and very, very, very strange. I identify as agender, so as being non-gendered.
I think when I was a child, I observed how boys and girls were treated, and I decided that I was a girl, and I was like, I wanted to be a boy. But then that changed because I don't identify as a boy.
Yeah, it's been a gradual awareness that I've kind of got my own journey, and I don't quite fit either gender stereotype.
I'm different from the male-female gender binary in that I basically don't really think of one or the other. I feel like I float between them.
I do know that I am often mistaken for a man,
and so I know that I do not fit the gender binary between male and female. I have both male and female expression, sense, whatever. It's a bit fluid. Sometimes it goes one way, sometimes the other, depending on the situation.
If we met some of the people that we just saw there up on the screen, would we really see them for who they are? Would we see the inner person? Luckily today, I'm here to share 2 techniques to help us connect with these non-binary people. Once we become familiar with these techniques and we start using them, we'll find that we will connect with the inner person, the true person. We won't just see the outside shell, just the mere visage of the person. These techniques are a little bit hard at the beginning, and at this point I'd like to paraphrase that great philosopher Yoda and let you know that easy will it be not, young Padawan. Technique number 1. When I introduced myself to you earlier, I told you that my name is Jenni and my pronouns are she and her. That gives you a bit of a clue about my gender identity, that I identify as female. So, it's audience participation time, folks. I'd like you to just look around to the people to the left or the right of you, behind you or in front of you. Somebody you don't know, and I'd like you to introduce yourself to them and include your pronouns. So just to recap how I did it, my name is Jenni, and my pronouns are she and her. Off you go, audience. Give it a go. You're obviously getting the hang of this. Fantastic. Well done, audience. We've just started creating a better world for all of us. So, for example, you might have talked to someone and they might have said to you, "Hi, my name's Kim, and the pronouns that I use are they and their." Aha. We're beginning to know a little bit more about Kim. Kim doesn't identify with the gender binary of female and male. Kim didn't say she or her, or he or him. We're now seeing the inner Kim. We're seeing this non-binary person. Our current Australian of the Year, David Morrison, said language is important. The words that we use have the ability to be kind to someone, to make them feel better about themselves, to make them feel good, or to hurt and to be hateful and nasty to someone and adversely affect their mental state and their mental health. By all working together and including our pronouns when we meet somebody, at the very least might promote a bit of a discussion around non-binary people and gender, or at the very best might be pivotal and life-changing when the person replies to us, including their pronouns too. Technique number 2, harder, but still doable. Think what happens when you walk into a room that's got quite a few people in it, or even in the theatre today. We start to categorize people, don't we? Tall, short, blonde, brunette. And, oh, look over there, there's a man, and look over there, there's a woman. It's automatic. We've been doing it since we were little. Technique number 2, time to relearn, time to reprogram. And let's face it, it's never too late to learn new ways of thinking. And I hope that's why you're all here today. When I look into the audience right now, I don't see women and men. I don't see girls and boys. I see people. I see humans. I don't assume anybody's gender until they tell me who they are. I see a person as that, a person. Once we get the hang of this and we do this automatically, the flow-on effects become quite amazing. Imagine a world that's not obsessed by gender. You walk into your favorite clothing store tomorrow. There's no more male section, there's no more female section, just clothes for people. If Stuart wants to wear a dress, or if April wants to wear a tuxedo and a bow tie, they both look fantastic. When you wake up tomorrow, your wardrobe choices now with your partner have extended. Wear whatever you want, maybe. When a baby's born, we don't care what the gender is or isn't of the baby. We just celebrate the birth of a happy, healthy baby. So this is the better, shinier, new world that I'd like us all to adopt from now on. Try it out, give it a go. I think your life will be better for it. I'm not saying we wipe out gender entirely. No. I'm saying we extend it. So in the final video that I'm just about to show you, let's see if we can see the person as that, a person. No assumed identities, no assumed gender. Before I go though, why me up here on stage? A binary trans woman who identifies with female and not one of these non-binary people. I said earlier that my raison d'etre in life, my reason for being here, is to help everybody live authentic lives. This is why I am spotlighting non-binary people here today. And also, if an invisible non-binary person were up here on stage today rather than me, we might not really see them, might we?
I don't know anybody who fits into a complete gender binary, let's all talk spectrum. We always talk spectrum on all sorts of shades of everything. Colour, gender, sexuality. It's all a big beautiful rainbow.